Hello, good morning everyone. I'm down on the allotment this morning. I've got a few jobs to do. I've got about 45 minutes. Most of it's in the polytunnel. I need to weed because the weeds have overgrown. There's absolutely so many weeds everywhere. So that's the first thing I need to get done. Then I've got some things to plant. I've got some spring cabbages which I'm going to put in the polytunnel. I have got some planted outside, and these ones I had a spare in case anything happened to the ones outside, but they seem to be all right. So I'm going to get them planted up in the polytunnel. I've got some garlic left over from last week where I planted up, and I'm going to plant some of that here as well. See how that gets on in the polytunnel. That's all for the polytunnel, but then out on the plot I have got some Jerusalem artichoke to plant. Someone actually gave me this. It's only one root in there I think, but I'm going to get that planted by the compost. I've got some rosemary which I'm going to find somewhere to plant, and 2 verbenas, and I've got a few gladioli bulbs as well. So that's what I've got to do this morning. I've got about 45 minutes. So first things first, I'm going to get the weeding done. Okay, so I've weeded around the edges. I just need to do this bed now. And look at that kale. That is absolutely amazing. I'm so pleased with how that's turned out. So good. Okay, so I'm now going to move all of this into the shed. So there's a bit more room here. And then I think I'll plant the garlic in rows up here. And then I'll think about where to do the spring cabbage. Okay, so that's all cleared. So what I think I'm going to do is dig a trench and then plant the garlic that way. So I'm going to do 3 lines and then I'll just pop them in and then just cover it. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so I've got about 5 or 6 cloves from each bulb, and we're just doing a little experiment here. So I'm just going to try them. I've dug a couple of trenches, you can't really see that, but I've dug a couple of trenches and I'm just going to pop them in about 6 inches apart and about a foot between rows, and we're just going to see how they get on. It's a little experiment. So that's my little experiment done. So I've got about, I guess I've got probably like 18 or 20 cloves in there now. So we'll see how they get on. Okay, so the spring cabbage I'm going to do in a line here. And again, I'm just going to dig a little hole for each of them and pop them in. And then I probably will cover them still with some mesh, just in case any little creatures want to come and nibble on them, because they are really small. But I've got them there, so let's see how they get on. Okay, what I'll actually do is I've got 1, 2, 3, and then I'll do 4, 5, 6. It's in a little L shape. Okay, so I've got my garlic in and I've got my spring cabbage in, so that's really good. I will come and do a top dressing on top of the garlic because the ground that I've just planted it in, there's absolutely no nutrients I would have thought in there at all. And the spring cabbage, I have just put a little bit of compost around it, but I will come and mulch them a bit as well, but at least they're in the ground, that's something. So now I'm going to plant my Jerusalem artichoke or my sunchoke, my rosemary and my 2 verbenas, and then I'm done for the day. So I think I'm going to put my rosemary in here. It's a bit of a wasted space here because it's just where you come into the polytunnel. So I think I'm going to do it there. We are actually going to edge this. We've got some wood, some long pieces of timber, and we're going to actually be edging this. So this here, there will be a line all the way down that edge. I mean, look at this. This is really overgrown. But you can't even see the line at the moment. I'll show you at the back of the polytunnel as well. Absolutely overgrown where the compost area is. So that's another job that we need to do. I think what we'll probably do is just put some cardboard on top of it and some wood chip, because that's what's really worked on the plot. I feel like that was the way to go. So we'll probably do that in the next couple of weeks as well. But yeah, I think I'm going to pop the rosemary in here. Right, so I'm going to plant the verbena and then I'm going to get home because, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a big black cloud and I think it's on its way over here. So anyway, I'm going to plant a verbena here and one over in that corner. Okay, so the Jerusalem artichoke or sunchoke, I'm going to put here where this wheelbarrow is, next to the compost. You do just leave them and they do just spread. And this does get full sun here as well. So I'm thinking it's quite a good place for it. Okay, so that's everything planted. So with the Jerusalem artichoke, what I'm going to do is next time I come down, I've got to top dress the garlic in the polytunnel one anyway. So what I'll do is I will bring down some cardboard and I'll just cardboard out just around this area, and probably just put some compost on top just to try and suppress some of the weeds and give it a good start. And I'll be doing the same with this, putting some cardboard down and then just covering it with wood chip. But I'm really pleased I got all that done today. Those were little jobs that I was just like niggling me to do. But yeah, rosemary's over here, so hopefully that'll do well. I'm just going to water everything now, give everything a good water, and then head home before that black cloud comes and I get absolutely soaked. So I've got quite a bit of garlic left over, so if anyone needs any garlic for planting, send me an email with your address and I'll send it out to you in the next couple of days. But thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all again soon.